Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to study Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan with UGC NET previous year questions. This video will definitely help for your exams. So let's get started. First we will see the introduction. So Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, natively Radhakrishnan, was an Indian politician, philosopher and statesman who served as the second president of India from 1962 to 1967. He previously served as the first Vice President of India from 1950 to 1962. He was the second Ambassador of India to the Soviet Union from 1949 to 1952. He was also the fourth Vice Chancellor of Banaras Hindu University from 1939 to 1948 and the second Vice Chancellor of Andhra University from 1931 to 1936. Radhakrishnan is considered one of the most influential and distinguished 20th century scholars of comparative religion and philosophy. He sought to define, defend, and support the religion that he believed was philosophically rational and ethically feasible. That is Hinduism. He was known as the bridge barrier between India and the West. He was instrumental in shaping the West understanding of East India, East and Hinduism. His philosophical and religious sensibility were influenced by Shankara's Advaita ethics of Vedanta and its metaphysical presupposition. So here you have seen that how this Radhakrishnan got his position in different positions, and his main this focus is on philosophy of Shankaracharya, that is in which the Brahman is the ultimate reality. So his philosophy revolves around this philosophy of Shankaracharya, that is Advait Vedant, that is non-duality, and Brahman is the supreme reality. Now we will see the next topic, that is intuition. So what he talks about intuition. Radhakrishnan associate a vast constellation of terms with intuition. As its best, intuition is an integral experience. Radhakrishnan uses the term integral in at least three ways. First, intuition is integral in the sense that it coordinates and synthesizes all other experiences. It integrates all other experiences into more unified whole. The second, intuition is integral as it forms the basis of all other experiences. In other words, Radhakrishnan hold that all experiences are at bottom intuitional. Third, intuition is integral in the sense that the result of experience are integrated into the life of the individual. For Radhakrishnan, intuition finds expression in the world of action and social relations. Intuition is the ultimate form of experience for Radhakrishnan. It is the ultimate in the sense that intuition constitutes the fullest and therefore the most authentic realization of the real, that is Brahman. The ultimacy of intuition is also accounted for by Radhakrishnan in that it is the ground for all other forms of experience. So here he is talking about intuition. So he has given a many this just like unified whole, and it is the basis for experience. So he gave a lot of terminologies to intuition. So the mainly focus was on that this intuition is the form, that means basis of all our experiences. And he says that this the path of reality, that means realization of real, that can be known through this intuition only. And he also emphasized that this intellect, that is what we experience, is based on intuition. So intuition is the most fundamental or important thing to realize the real, that means Brahman. Now we will see the intellect. So what does he says about intellect? Intellect is the ability to think in an analytical way and comprehend the working of things at a more advanced level. It should not, however, be thought that these two concepts are exclusive of each other. Both are complementary as the latter intellectual knowledge is fostered by the former, that is intuitive knowledge. Dr. Radhakrishnan view intellect as a form of instrument that gives us empirical knowledge. Intellect by true nature, that is finite and limited in its scope of application, while on the other hand, this intuition is the infinite totality of consciousness. Reference may also be made to Upanishad here, which state that ultimate reality is beyond the reach of analytical reasoning. So here he is trying to say कि जो intellect है वो एक ability to think है, हम उसको intellect कहते हैं, and it is a kind of analytical way in which we analyze things through our reason. So, here in intellect, we use reason through which we try to find out the knowledge of the experience. And he says that this intellectual, it is fostered by the intuitive knowledge. So, when there won't be a intuitive knowledge, how can there be a intellectual knowledge? So, he emphasized more on intuitive knowledge. And in the second point, he says that this uh, intellect by nature is finite, limited in its scope of application. So it is not infinite, it is static, limited है ये. But on the other hand, he says about intuition कि वो infinite totality of consciousness है. That means कि हम जैसे कि सेज वगैरह होते हैं, जो सीयर्स होते हैं, हम अगर उनके पास जाएं तो जो नॉलेज होती है उनके पास वो उनको इंट्यूशन के थ्रू मिला होता है. दैट इज इन्फिनाइट टोटलिटी ऑफ कॉन्शियसनेस. क्योंकि ये जो इंटेलेक्ट है वो तो लिमिटेड होता है, तो हाउ इट कैन रीच द रियलाइजेशन ऑफ द रियल, दैट मीन्स अ ब्रह्मन और अ गॉड. So, according to him, this intuition is the infinite totality of consciousness through which we will reach to the ultimate reality. And he also says कि we can refer or reference may also be made to the Upanishads, जहाँ पे उन्होंने बोला है कि जो ultimate reality है वो हम intellectual, that means analytical reasoning के through हम नहीं जान सकते हैं, and it is beyond the analytical reasoning. Now, the next point, thus, the very nature of intellectual reasoning is limited to its approach to the understanding of ultimate values of life. The intellectual knowledge fails to provide the individual with unified knowledge. It may provide a rich analysis of scientific understanding, but as long as we are confined to the limits of intellect, attaining philosophical synthesis would remain an absolute impossibility. So here he is saying कि जो unified knowledge है वो हम सिर्फ इंट्यूशन के थ्रू गेन कर सकते हैं, नॉट थ्रू इंटेलेक्ट. ओके, एंड ही ऑल्सो सेज बिकॉज क्योंकि ये जो इंटेलेक्ट है वो लिमिटेड होती है और फाइनाइट होती है, स्टैटिक होती है, इसका जो नेचर हो डायनेमिक नहीं होता है. ओके, एंड नाउ ही सेज हिज कोट that we will just read. Intuition are not substitutes for thought. They are challenges to intelligence. Mere intuition are blind, while intellectual work is empty. All process are partially intuitive and partially intellectual. There is no gulf between the two. So, हमें जो नॉलेज मिलती है हमें वो दोनों के थ्रू मिलती है, दैट मीन्स इंटेलेक्चुअल एंड इंट्यूटिव. But he is emphasizing more on intuitive because there we can have a direct sense data और direct immediate sensation हो जाती है हमें, वो उसको हम intuition कहते हैं. और जो इंटेलेक्ट है वो सिर्फ और सिर्फ थिंकिंग तक ही सीमित रह जाती है और इसको हम इसीलिए फाइनाइट बोलते हैं. So now we will go on to the next topic, that is idealistic view of life. So what is idealistic view of life according to him? So Radhakrishnan idealistic view of life is deeply rooted in Vedantic philosophy, which emphasize the ultimate unity of individual soul with the supreme reality Brahman. According to him, the world we experience is an expression of this deeper, unchanging reality, and the purpose of life is to realize this unity. So, जो कि idealistic view of life है, वो किसके around revolve करती है? That is Vedantic philosophy. So, in Vedantic philosophy, there is the one thing that is ultimate reality, that is Brahman. So, he is trying to emphasize the unity of individual soul with the supreme reality Brahman, and how it can be grasped, how it can be attained through intuition, according to Radhakrishnan. Okay, and mainly through intuition. Intellect is also doing its work in it, but mainly through intuition. And now the next point, unity of Atma and Brahman. So Radhakrishnan believed that the ultimate reality Brahman is both immanent and transcendent. The individual soul Atman is not separate from Brahman but is an expression of it. The goal of life is to realize oneness, transcending the illusion of separateness. So here what he is trying to say कि जो आत्मा होती है हमारी, वो एक पार्ट होता है, ब्राह्मण का ही होता है. What we need to do is that we just need to realize it, कि ये जो सब चीज हमें जो अलग अलग दिखती हैं, ये अलग अलग नहीं है, बल्कि ये एक ही है, वो है ब्राह्मण. That means oneness. The goal of life should be is to realize this oneness. ओके, वी डोंट हैव टू बी क्या कहते हैं, माया में नहीं फंसना है कि हर चीजें अलग होती हैं. सो ही इज ट्राइंग टू फोकसिंग ऑन द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ oneness that has been emphasized more in Advait Vedant, where he says Brahman is the ultimate reality, and there they also says that the Brahman is both immanent and transcendent. So the goal of life should be is to realize this unity of with Brahman. Now we will see the ethical idealism. So life for Radhakrishnan is not just about personal fulfillment or material success, but about moral and spiritual growth. So he emphasized selfless action, that is karma yoga, devotion, that is bhakti yoga, knowledge, that is jnana yoga, as a path to spiritual awakening. And an ideal life is one of ethical responsibility where individuals act for the common good, transcending ego and selfish desire. So here what he is trying to say is that there are ways through which we can realize the spiritual awakening just through this karma yoga, bhakti yoga, jnana yoga. So there are ways, that is these three ways to realize this spiritual awakening, that yeah, this whatever we are seeing as separate thing is not separate, but it is a whole. That means unified Brahman. And he also says ki we need to focus on karma yoga. That means actions that is without a desired result. ओके, एंड ही ऑल्सो सेज कि जो भी हम अपने लाइफ में जो एक्शंस करते हैं, हमें उसका जो भी रिजल्ट होगा, हमें खुद पे ही उसकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी खुद ही लेनी होगी. ओके, एंड that is what he is trying to say, that an ideal life is one of ethical responsibility where individual act for the common good, transcending ego and selfish desire. तो हमें दूसरों के लिए हेल्प करना चाहिए, और अपनी जो ईगो है उसको एकदम से खत्म कर देनी चाहिए, और जो सेल्फिश डिजायर्स होती हैं उसको भी खत्म कर देनी चाहिए, और जो हमारा जो एक्शन है दैट शुड बी डायरेक्टेड और derived for others. Now, the role of religion and spirituality. So, Radhakrishnan views religion as a means to understand higher truth of existence. It is not merely an outward practice but a way to cultivate inner transformation. So, religion helps individual to move beyond material concern and connect with their deeper spiritual essence. That is why he was focusing on this religion and spirituality, because he wanted to make understand people कि जो truth है वो एक ही है, that is whole है. Okay, and he wanted to know the people about it through religion. So now we will see the next point, that is philosophy as a way of life. So for Radhakrishnan, philosophy is not just abstract theorizing but a practical guide to living a life of wisdom, peace, and harmony. It helps individuals to understand their purpose and live in accordance with the ultimate truth. So, philosophy is just not static, or it's just not till the theories. Philosophy means we have to practice in our life to gain the wisdom, peace, and harmony in our life. He's saying that, and to understand this harmony and this peace, wisdom, we have to study philosophy not just as theory. We have to apply in our life also. Now, human life as a spiritual journey. So, human life in Radhakrishnan's view is a process of moral and spiritual evaluation. It is a journey of self purification and self transcendence where one seeks to align with universal truth and works towards well being of others. So, this purification, self purification, and self transcendence is very important, and we have to do this to attain this universal truth, and our actions should be for the well being of others. Now, balance of material and spiritual. So, Radhakrishnan advocate for a balance between material and spiritual life. While engaging in the world, individuals should maintain a sense of spiritual awareness, aiming for both personal growth and good, greater good of humanity. So, here he is trying to uh, say कि हमें जो है बैलेंस करना चाहिए material and spiritual life mein, because if we will focus in one thing we will lose the another thing. So that is why we have to focus on the both the side equally, and we have to balance it, and we have to live our life with that both material also and spiritual life also, both are equally important. Now we will see the concept of universal religion. So what does he mean about the universal religion? Radhakrishnan concept of a universal religion is grounded in the idea that all major world religions share a common spiritual essence, and that their core teaching points towards a universal truth. We all know that it's a religion, it's just a name. This religion teaches different paths, but the goal of that religion is the same, to seek the universal truth. According to him, this universal religion transcends sectarian boundaries and focuses on shared values that unite humanity in the pursuit of the ultimate reality, spiritual growth, and moral living. अगर यहाँ पे universal religion होगी, तो automatically there will be a unity in this humanity, and people will share their values with each other, and there will be harmony automatically. And let's see the next point. Radhakrishnan believed that religion, though they may differ in their ritual customs, doctrine, all ultimate aim at the same goal, just I have just said, the realization of the divine and the transformation of the individual soul. He argued that universal religion would be one that harmonized the various religious traditions, emphasizing spiritual experience over external form of belief. Such a religion would promote values such as love, compassion, tolerance, justice, selfless service to humanity. So, if we will follow this universal religion, that we have to gain this universal truth. So, if there won't be any diversity, then there won't be any conflicts between the people. If if there are this universal religion in the whole world, there automatically there will be a religion that will promote this compassion, love, tolerance, and justice between the people. So now let's see the next point, that is, in this view, Hinduism, with its pluralistic and inclusive nature, offers a framework for this universal religion, as it recognizes the validity of multiple paths to truth. the idea of ekam sat vipra buddha vadanti. Truth is one, the wise calls it by many names. Just like this religion means is that the truth is one, but to find that truth there are many multiple paths. So only wise people can know that the truth is one, but the ways are many. Now, this Radhakrishnan argued that each religion express a different aspect of the same divine reality, and respecting the diversity of religious belief is essentially for achieving the goal peace, global peace, and understanding. So here, what I have just said in these two paragraphs, it is just a comprehension of it. Now we will see the next point, that is Hindu view of life. So what does he mean by Hindu view of life? So religion. It is a personal intuitive experience which gives an insight into the nature and experience of reality. In his book Idealistic View of Life, he calls it spiritual life, the culmination of intellectual, moral, aesthetic activity. Religion also means spirituality, which is impossible without ethics. Religion is universal to the human race. Wherever justice and charity have force of law, there is God's kingdom. There is religion. So here he is saying that religion, where there is religion, there will be a culmination of intellectual. That means end of intellectual. Okay, because this religion it mainly focuses on spirituality, which is not impossible with this without ethics. So religion means a people having a moral, ethical aspect of life as well. So wherever justice and charity have force of law, wherever these people can would follow these things, that justice charity for others, there will be a God's kingdom, and this is religion. Now we will see the next point. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan recognized that the term idealism needs definition. It is clear that he is not a subjective idealist of the mode of the early George Berkeley, nor does he much concern himself with Hegelian rationalist idealism. Rather, he emphasizes is on the relation of the value to reality. So here he says कि जो term idealism है, इसका हमें definition चाहिए. It needs definition. And it is clear that कि जो सर्वपल्ली राधाकृष्णन है, he is not talking about the subjective idealism. He must be talking about the objective idealism, that because he is talking about universal religion. So obviously he must be talking about the objective idealist. And he also rejected this Hegelian rationalist idealism, where the Hegel says that the truth can be known through only this reason, that is intellect. So he rejects Hegelian rationalistic idea also, and he emphasizes is on the relation of value of reality. Now we will see this self realization and inner growth. So, Radhakrishnan would likely emphasize the importance of self realization and the continuous process of this inner growth. The ideal life, according to this philosophy, is one where an individual transcends material desire and ego, seeking a deeper connection with the true self. This aligns with the classical Vedanta view that the ultimate truth is within, and through introspection and meditation one can discover their divine essence. So here they are saying कि जो self realization है वो बहुत important है for inner growth, and he says कि जो individual है उनको अपना desires और ego जो है उसको खत्म कर देना चाहिए for seeking a deeper connection with that of true self. और इन क्लासिक वेदांतिक में ये देखा गया है कि जो ट्रुथ है वो अपने ही अंदर होता है, and it can be known through introspection and meditation. So these are the ways, that is introspection and meditation, through which you will realize the ultimate truth. And for realizing this ultimate truth, you have to transcend that material desire and ego that will lead us to have this inner growth within ourselves, because the ultimate reality is within us. Now, the third point, he says that the holistic education. So, an idealistic view of life would also include the value of holistic education that nourishes both the intellect and the spirit. Radhakrishnan may advocate for an education system that not only imparts knowledge but also encourages moral and ethical growth, compassion, and a sense of social responsibility. सो ही सेज कि जो आइडियलिस्टिक व्यू ऑफ लाइफ है अकॉर्डिंग टू हिम, उन्होंने होलिस्टिक एजुकेशन को जो है काफ़ी ज़्यादा वैल्यू दिया है, बिकॉज ये जो है बोथ इंटेलेक्ट एंड इंट्यूशन, दैट मीन्स स्पिरिट, उसको नरिश करता है. थ्रू एजुकेशन वी विल नो अबाउट मोर दैट ऑफ इंटेलेक्ट एंड द स्पिरिट. And he says कि जो education system है, it just not only imparts knowledge but also encourage the this ethical aspect and moral aspect in a individual. So the next point is interconnectedness of life. So, a central tenet of Radhakrishnan's view might be the belief in the interconnectedness of all life. This perspective sees all living beings as interconnected part of a greater whole, emphasizing the importance of compassion, empathy, non-violence, ahimsa. The ideal life in this sense would be one where individuals live in harmony with nature, fellow humans, and the universe. So here they are saying कि जो भी हमें एज अ पार्ट नजर आता है, वो पार्ट नहीं है बल्कि ये एक होल है, ग्रेटर होल है. एंड वट एवर वी सी एज डिफरेंस या फिर डाइवर्सिटी अगर हम देखते हैं तो वो ग्रेट एज अ ग्रेटर होल ही होता है, बट वी सी इन दीज एज एन पार्ट. एंड जैसे कि एवरीथिंग इज इंटरकनेक्टेड. So, whatever we are knowing about the things, they are a part of greater whole. And when we will know about this, we will emphasize more on that empathy, non-violence, compassion. So, this kind of idealistic view of life that Radhakrishnan told us to have. And the last one is this spiritual fulfillment over material gain. So, in the line with many idealistic philosophies, Radhakrishnan would likely hold that spiritual fulfillment as and the personal growth are more important than the accumulation of wealth and material success. Radhakrishnan is emphasizing on this spiritual fulfillment rather than material gain. So he says that we have to focus on spiritual fulfillment, and personal growth are more important than the accumulation of wealth and material success. Now we'll see UGC NET previous year questions. So these questions are very important to go through because you will get the idea that which type of questions comes in UGC NET, and you will be able to know that how much you have understood about the this topic, that is Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan. So let's start. So first question is Radhakrishnan concept of intellect and intuition emphasize the relationship between option A sensory perception and rational thought, option B rational thought and spiritual insight, option C intuition and emotional understanding, option D materialistic knowledge and spiritual knowledge. So after every question I will give you 3 seconds to choose your answer. So, the right answer for this question is option number B, because this rational thought, this will go with intellect, and this spiritual insight, this will go with intuition. So, this intellect and intuition emphasize the relationship between rational thought and spiritual insight. Now, the question number second, according to Radhakrishnan, which of the following is essential for the growth of human consciousness? Option A, material success. Option B, intellectual development. Option C, divine realization through intuition. Option D, emotional maturity. So the right answer for this question is option number C, that is divine realization through intuition. Now we will see the next question, that is question number third. So Radhakrishnan's idealistic view of life is based on which of the following principles? Option A, absolute materialism. Option B, pursuit of worldly pleasure. Option C, self-realization and spiritual growth. Option D, social activism and social and reform. So you have to tell this Radhakrishnan's idealistic view of life is based on. The right answer for this question is option number C, that is self realization and spiritual growth. So, this should be the uh, criteria or can be considered as the idealistic view of life. Now we will see question number 4, that is the concept of universal religion as advocated by Radhakrishnan emphasizes option A, the importance of following a single religion for all humanity. Option B, a system of beliefs based on exclusive practices. Option C, a universal truth that transcends all religions. Option D, the domination of one religion over others. The right answer for this question is option number C, that is a universal truth that transcends all religion. And now we will see question number 5, that is according to Radhakrishnan, what is the ultimate purpose of life in the Hindu view? So, option A, pursuit of pleasure and wealth. Option B, liberation moksha through self realization. Option C, securing a good social position. Option D, fulfilling this worldly duties. The right answer for this question is option number B, that is liberation through self realization. And how this self realization happens? It happens through intuition. Now, question number 6, Radhakrishnan's philosophy suggests that the true nature of reality is option A, only material. Option B, beyond perception and can only be scientifically studied. Option C, both transcendent and imminent. Option D, purely subjective and personal. The right answer for this question is option number C, that is both transcendent and imminent. So this nature of reality is both transcendent and imminent, and to whom we associate these characteristics. Uh, this transcendent and imminent is associated with Brahman. Okay. Now we will see the next question, that is question number 7. So which of the following best describes Radhakrishnan's view on the concept of universal religion? So, option A, all religions are equally true, but only one is valid for self. Option B, all religions are valid and each offers a different path to truth. Option C, one religion is superior to all others for the ultimate truth. Option D, that is only Hinduism offers the universal religion. So, what will be the correct answer here? The right answer is option number B, that is all religion are valid and each offers a different path to truth. Now question number sorry. Now question number 8, in Radhakrishnan's view intellect is important but it must be complemented by option A, rational skepticism. Option B, scientific inquiry. Option C, intuition and spiritual insight. Options D, social responsibility. So, in Radhakrishnan view, this intellect is important, but also be complemented by this option number C, that is intuition and spiritual insight. So, we'll see the next question, that is question number 9. According to Radhakrishnan, the Hindu view of life focuses on option A, the supremacy of material desire. Option B, the transient nature of life and the pursuit of liberation. Option C, the denial of worldly pleasure. Option D, the creation of social hierarchies. The right answer for this question is option number B, that is the transient nature of life and the pursuit of liberation. Now we will see the next question, that is question number 10. Which of the following is most closely associated with Radhakrishnan's understanding of human condition? Option A, humanity is bound by fate. Option B, the human condition is inherently flawed and must be corrected through political means. Option C, the human condition is a journey towards self-realization and ultimate truth. Option D, human life has no purpose beyond survival. So, according to him, human condition is option number C, that is, human condition is a journey towards self realization and ultimate truth. Now, question number 11. In Radhakrishnan's philosophy, intuition is considered to be option A, a source of subjective emotion, option B, a means of transcending logical reasoning and perceiving ultimate truth, option C, an irrational and unreliable way of knowing, option D, a purely personal and non universal experience. So, the right answer for this question is option number B, that is, a means of transcending a logical reasoning and perceiving ultimate truth. So, now we will see the question number 12, that is, Radhakrishnan's idealistic view of life suggests that human beings should aim for option A, accumulation of wealth. Option B, self actualization and spiritual liberation. Option C, political power and influence. Option D, happiness derived from material gains. Right answer for this question is option number B, that is self actualization and spiritual liberation. Now, question number 13. Radhakrishnan's view on the universal religion is that it transcends option A, ritualistic practice of each religion, option B, scientific understanding of the world, option C, the concept of the divine, option D, the limitations of human mind. Right answer is option number 8, that is ritualistic practices of each religion. Now, question number 14. According to Radhakrishnan, the Hindu view of life fundamentally emphasizes option A, the pursuit of wealth and material pleasure, that is earth. Option B, the importance of worldly success and recognition. Option C, the realization of self Atma with the union with Brahman. Option D, the need for self sacrifice for societal code. The right answer for this question is option number C, that is the realization of the self, Atma, and its union with the Brahman. Now we will see the next question, that is question number 15. Radhakrishnan's philosophy sees relationship between intellect and intuition as option A, competitive and oppositional, options B, complementary, which intuition guiding intellect towards higher truth, option C, unrelated and separate faculties, option D, the intellect being superior to intuition in understanding reality. So guys, you will be able to know this, these questions are kind of repeatedly asking, but the options within it are different, so you have to focus on the options as well as question, you have to relate it. So the right answer for this question number 15 is option number B, that is complementary with intuition guiding intellect towards higher truth. Now, question number 16. According to Radhakrishnan, ultimate purpose of life is option A, to achieve fame and recognition, option B, to serve society through political action, option C, to realize one's divine nature and attain moksha, option D, to accumulate as much material wealth as possible. The right answer is option number C, that is to realize one's divine nature and attain moksha. Now we will see question number 17, that is, in Radhakrishnan's idealistic view, life should be lived in accordance with option A, the pursuit of pleasure and entertainment, option B, a strict adherence to material success, option B, the pursuit of knowledge, truth, and spiritual enlightenment, option D, blind obedience to societal norms and traditions. Right answer for this question is option number C, that is the pursuit of knowledge, truth, and spiritual enlightenment. Now, question number 18. The Radhakrishnan's concept of universal religion suggests that, so you have to tell what this universal religion suggests. Option A, all religions are ultimately trying to express the same underlying truth. Option B, only one religion holds the key to salvation. Option number C, every individual must follow a particular religion to achieve liberation. Option D, religion should be entirely separate from spiritual life. The right answer for this question is option number A, that is, all religion are ultimately trying to express the same underlying truth. Now, question number 19, that is, Radhakrishnan's approach to the human condition suggests that. So, what does this Radhakrishnan's approach of human condition suggest? Option A, human beings are fundamentally flawed and incapable of spiritual progress. Option B, humans should focus only on the material aspect of existence. Option C, humans are capable of spiritual evaluation and realizing their divine potential. Option D, human life has no spiritual and transcendent purpose. What will be the answer? It's very easy. The right answer is option number C. That is, humans are capable of spiritual evaluation and realizing their divine potential. Now, question number 20. So, the Radhakrishnan's philosophy, the ultimate reality, is described as option number A, a physical entity that can be empirically proven. Option B, a formless, infinite consciousness that pervades all existence. Option C, a personal deity who govern the universe. Option D, a series of metaphysical laws and principles. So, in Radhakrishnan's philosophy, this ultimate reality described as. Right answer is option number B, that is, a formless, infinite consciousness that pervades all existence. Now, question number 21, that is, Radhakrishnan believes that Hindu concept of moksha refers to option A, achieving worldly success. Option B, a state of eternal pleasure. Option C, liberation from the cycle of birth and death and the union with the Brahman. Option D, accumulation of the knowledge and intellectual achievement. The right answer for this question is option number C, that is, liberation from the cycle of birth, death, and union with the Brahman. Now, question number 22, according to Radhakrishnan, which of the following is not a component of his idealistic view of life? Option A, a commitment to personal spiritual growth. Option B, the quest for universal truth through intellectual and intuitive means. Option C, the focus on worldly possession and material success. Option D, emphasis on compassion and interconnectedness. So, which one of the following is not a component of his idealistic view of life? Right answer for this question is option number C, that is, the focus on worldly possessions and material success. Now, question number 23, that is, Radhakrishnan's philosophy suggests that to achieve true knowledge, one must option A, rely solely on sensory experience. Option B, be grounded in practical day to day activities. Option C, seek wisdom through intellect but also through intuition and spiritual insight. Option D, only follow doctrine of one's religion without questioning. The right answer for this question is option number C, that is, seek wisdom through intellect but also through intuition and spiritual insight. So the answer is this option number C. Now we will see the question number 24, that is, Radhakrishnan's views the Hindu concept of dharma as option A, a rigid set of rules imposed by society. Option B, the pursuit of personal pleasure and happiness. Option C, a universal law that upholds cosmic and moral order. Option D, a ritualistic practice followed only by the priest. So the right answer for this question is option number C, that is, a universal law that upholds cosmic and moral order. Now, question number 25, Radhakrishnan advocates for an approach to life that encourages. So, option number A, constant engagement with the material goal. Option B, individualism without regard for others. Option number C, a balance of material success and spiritual enlightenment. Option D, complete withdrawal from social life. So, this question is the last question for this session. The right answer for this question is option number C, that is, a balance between material success and spiritual enlightenment. So, thank you everyone for watching my video. If you feel this video is helpful for you, please do subscribe, like, and comment. Do not forget to press the bell icon for getting notifications for new videos. Bye bye, everyone, and all the best for your exams.